Hey, welcome to Talking Hawks, where we talk all things Hawthorn. I'm Brad, this is Matt, and this is Chris. How are you, boys?
Very good.
Very good. We got a good, big, short, sharp update today, tonight, regarding the Hawks trade period. So today we're going to go through Jaidyn Stephenson, Billy Gowers, Adam Treloar, Hartigan, Tom Phillips, Jed Anderson, and also the Doggies have put their first round pickup for trade, and that could be up for grabs. So it's going to be a very interesting one. But Matt, let's get straight into it. Jaidyn Stephenson. There's some strong rumours going around him at the moment.
Yeah, so interesting. He's probably sitting in the background a little bit now. 21-year-old, 188 centimetres, 78 kilo. Probably needs a little bit more muscle there for mine. Sixth pick in the 2017 draft. Third-year player, a little bit of trouble off field. Saw him get a 10-game suspension in 2019. But he came out of the gates very hard as a young fella. 18 years of age. He's kicked 38 goals.
Jeez.
And as his AFL Rising Star nominee game, he's kicked 5 goals, if you don't mind.
That's incredible.
2020 has seen him kick 14 goals, 10 behinds. He's averaging a goal a game, which is his lowest across the 3 seasons. So 1.5 goals a game in 26 games in 2018, including a grand final berth. Good experience for a young fella. 1.7 goals across 14 games in 2019. I think he's one that we should have a really good look at, and I think giving us some potency up forward outside of Gunners. Brucey will fire next year, but for mine, watch the Hawks, watch Wrighty. We're open. We don't say no. We're here. We're approachable. It's a very cool, calm way to go about it. And I think the guys off the top for mine are playing it very smart as well. They've just said nothing's coming out of the camp. Eddie's quiet. How do you keep Eddie quiet? It's like keeping Jeff quiet. I don't know how you do that.
It's incredible. It's the quietest I've ever seen Eddie.
But you know what it does? It attracts interest. So I think they've probably got a lot of clubs inquiring. Jaiden Stephenson for mine is worth a look, as well as Tom Phillips. But
what would you pay for him, Matt?
I think you'd consider a future third, fourth. I think it'll end up being bundled. We're already talking to the Pies.
I was about to say, that's a bit tight if you ask me.
Yeah, he's got to be worth at least a second round, doesn't he?
I don't think we're going to pay over for anyone. So, sorry, I'm being conservative. I've assumed that role as righty in the Hawks, that we don't pay overs. And I think we're bundling it and we're helping Collingwood get out of a tight logjam. But there'll be other clubs interested. So
well, that was my next question. Is that why you think that they're looking to offload him? Is because they have a logjam?
Yeah, Ned Guy didn't say anything really, their list manager, but look, they're tight-lipped. So Adam Treloar, freeing that up in terms of dollars will change a lot. But yeah, for mine, Adam Stephenson worth inquiring, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go after him if we don't go for Treloar.
All right. Well, while we're at it, let's stay on the Collingwood players, because it looks like half the team are going to be made up of Collingwood players next season. So, by the way the rumours are going, so Adam Treloar, what are your thoughts on that? On him, Chris?
Well, I think he's a pretty quality player based on all his stats. You can't. Who doesn't want him in your team? It's just a matter of what price you pay. So, Collingwood's already come out and said that they'll pay some of his contract, which was about $200,000 a year. That brings it down to 700. That's too much for me. So
he's on 900, is he?
Yes, that's what it's rumored to be. So, if they want to chip in 300, I'd happily pay him $600,000 a year to come across. It all depends on how desperate they are, and I think that's why we're just sitting in the background waiting to pounce at the last minute.
Okay, so if we picked him up, what position would he fill?
He's going straight in the middle, mate.
Straight in the middle?
Yep.
Not the wing?
Bump someone else? Nah.
Half
he's
forward,
in the middle.
Dangerous
they
forward?
They go through the rotations, but he's straight in the middle for mine. Yep.
Okay. He's like, you rate him that highly, like he'd bump one of our midfielders out so that he could play in the middle.
His stats, he's elite in basically all categories. So it's above average or elite. So, he's straight in.
That's staggering. Look, that's impressive. It'd be great if we could pick him up. It'd be wonderful because we do need some depth there. So, I'd like to have him. But apparently it's turned toxic there. I've just read today. So in Collingwood between Treloar and Collingwood. So, hey, if we can pick him up, wonderful. That'd be great. I think that'd re-energise our midfield a lot. That's for sure. All right, so let's move on to Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips is there's a lot more solid news on Tom Phillips. It looks like we're actually going to pick him up.
Very strong mail for that. Yeah, very strong mail. So, another excellent player at 24, is he, guys? I think.
24.
Yeah, got a huge engine apparently. I think he's winning 2K time trials. So. And in his peak, I think 18, 19, he was racking up about 25 disposals basically on a wing. So that's absolutely big numbers for a wingman. So
this is crazy that Collingwood is letting go of 3 quality players like this.
Well, it might be two of them might be, depending on their budget. I don't know. But,
well, that's the curse of Brodie Grundy, right? I told my Collingwood mate, just not to go off track too much, but Brodie Grundy will cripple them in the future, and here we are seeing it now. So, paying the big bucks for him. Anyway, so let's move along. Look, I'd be excited to get him. I saw his numbers and his game, and I thought, geez, if we could pick him up, that'd be wonderful. So, and while you're there, if it's your first time tuning in, if we're doing a great job, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for us. Subscribing makes a big difference, and you can see when we actually go live. So thanks for joining us there. All right, so Matty, let's move on.
Briefly, Phillips was in their BNF in 2019. He's featured very well again, a 2018 grand final player. But yeah, 4 years running, I think it was, leading the time trials. So an endurance beast, and I think we could fill it internally, but I think we'll probably get him for unders as well, because it's alarms ringing at Collingwood, and although we're not saying anything.
All right, Chris, I'm going to ask you, mate. How much are we trading for him?
That's a question that we don't know what's going on behind closed doors in negotiations, and as we know, we don't like to pay overs, and we typically get people cheap. Like Hartigan was a bargain at a future 4th round, so. Look, I think we can get away with potentially even a 3rd rounder. I'd probably pay a 2nd for him, but yeah, I reckon that's how cheeky Hawks are. We'll pick him up for a 3rd round pick.
Well, I want to pick you up on that. We do pay overs when we really want them.
Yes.
We definitely pay overs when we really want them. So,
yep.
All right, boys, let's move on. So we've picked up Hartigan as well. Matt, what do you want to say about Hartigan?
Yeah, welcome to the club, Kyle. So Emily, Hazel, we are the family club, so welcome aboard. Look, he's done a long road to get into the AFL. He did a few years in the VFL. I think it was with Werribee, 113 gamer. For, as you said, Chris, future 4th round. That's a steal. We needed some strength and some size down back. Pick 14, 2012, rookie draft. But 29-year-old coming in. He was offered a year at the Crows, so thanks for that. We'll take him for 2 years. Played fullback position very well. And 2019, he's chalked up 19 games. Best teamman award. I like hearing that. He's a bit about him around the club rooms with the boys. Played 12 games this year, so I think he's going to fill a good role. And Clarko sold him. If I read between the lines here, he was quoted, I think, on AFL Trade Radio as talking about looking at the first 4 games before we went into the hub, and the Hawks being 3-1 and the potential of finals. So I'm buying.
He really did sell it, didn't he?
If that's what you're peddling, Clarko, I'll drink that Kool-Aid.
I'm buying it. If Clarko's selling that, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring on the predictions for next year, mate. I'm saying we're winning 17 games next year. So,
not this again.
Your staple.
All right. Now, Jed Anderson's there. Jed Anderson. I loved Jed Anderson when he was playing with the Hawks, and I followed his career at North Melbourne. He's up for grabs. What do you think, boys? Can we take the bait?
You better take the lead on this one, mate, because it's a no for me.
Okay.
No for me.
You're a fan?
Yeah, look, I think he's just looking for more money from North Melbourne, and he hasn't agreed to any contract yet. So he was 3rd in their best and fairest. I'd be surprised if North Melbourne and Jed Anderson don't come to an arrangement. But, hey, I'm a romantic. I love to see these players come back if we can get them back. So, hey, Buddy may come back one day. Who knows? I'd be okay with it. So, all right. Well, moving right along, we've got also the Dogs pick 14 is apparently up for grabs, and we have been talking to them about it. And we may be bundling up pick 24, 45, and 46 for it, so they can get more points, so they can pick up Hagen. I hope I said his name right there. So, have you guys heard anything on that?
That might be what gets the Treloar deal done. If we can snag that first rounder, gets the Pies happy, frees up their salary cap, and win-win.
Would you give a first-round draft pick for Treloar?
Well, we're not giving the first-round draft pick. We're giving our third and fourth, whatever we bundle, to the Bulldogs, effectively. If you look at it that way.
Second round, that'd be pick 24, 45, and 46.
Oh, whatever it is. Yep. We're still, and then by doing that, we're still getting our academy player too.
Yeah.
At a lower pick. So it just works.
Well, I thought we needed pick 24 for our academy pick.
No. That's what is likely. If someone nominates him first, we're forced to use it if we want him, if we want Connor Downey. Otherwise, if no one nominates him before that pick, we can use a pick that's lower down.
And the news I've got is that we want him.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Something special.
Left footer, he's going to be able to potentially fill that wing position. Say they don't get the Phillips deal done. For mine, he's ready to go from what we're hearing round one. But I think the Hawks will just try to optimise the number of picks that they've got, because worst case, we're in the draft. Happy to sort of take a punt. Maybe we trade some things for futures, because the 2019 could be a good go. But for Treloar, I think that'll go down to the wire. It'll be one of those trades in this period that I think we'll just play it quiet, and we're here. We're open to conversation, so it might happen.
Well, boys, if we pulled all these off, it's going to be a very exciting season next year for us, that's for sure. And I think we're going to have a lot of depth. Plus, we're going to get a couple of new, exciting young blokes come in the team, give us a proper future. I'm excited. If we can pull off Treloar, Jaiden Stephenson, and Tom Phillips, that'd be huge. And Billy Gowers, if we could get him as well. I like the sound of Billy Gowers, and particularly the family side of things, getting him back. That would be exciting. But, boys, we're going to wrap it up there. We're going to keep it short. Thanks for joining us, everyone. And also tag a mate on this. And don't forget, if you like what we do, don't forget to like and subscribe what we've done. And, share it with your mates, your Hawthorn mates who need to hear this. So, anyway, boys, keep well. And we'll all be back for the next update when we get some more news for you. Thanks, guys.
Catch up.
Cheers, guys. Bye.